Alright, what's up everybody? Back here today out at my farm. Gonna do another bee video for you guys. I actually already started here. Uh, so, just gonna get right into it. Um, I got some feedback last week in my video that I didn't do a very good job of explaining what the swarm cells were that I saw on the bottom of a couple of the frames last week. So essentially those are cells that the eggs or that the bees have taken, and they've tried to make them into new queens. So they do that when either there's a problem with the queen that they currently have, or they are too full for the space that they have, so they're gonna swarm, and they're gonna fly to a different spot. Which, if you remember, that's actually how I caught my couple of beehives, is they had swarmed. So if I need to break down swarming a little bit further, that's essentially where they send out some scouts to go and essentially find a new place to live, because where they're at has been overrun, uh, or too many bees, or there's a problem with the hive, or a whole number of things. But yeah, so send out some scouts to go and find a place to live. That's essentially what I do with the swarm traps that we set up on my farm. Is we give them the best size box for them to move into. They tell all the other bees that, hey, I found this cool place, come check it out. When they send in enough bees out there, they confirm that that's where they want to move to. Essentially, all the bees, or most of the bees in the hive, all fly out, including the queen. They all go to this new swarm box or trap, or in some cases, different places. I've seen them in trees, bushes, all over the place. But essentially, they go and they move to the new place to live, and then they start rebuilding their colony. So that's probably the best way to describe it. If you got more questions, feel free to leave a comment, leave a reply. I can always get back to you, or help break it down further in a text message or something like that. But anyways, so today we're here. Gonna go back in the hive, gonna look, see if we actually did lose our queen. Maybe they've already made a new queen. I don't really know what's going on. So essentially the goal for today is to find some eggs on these frames. So I've already taken the super off because they weren't really going to be up there, and I've been trying to cut my videos down a little bit to make sure that they stay entertaining. So get right into it here, getting into the center, and you can see all this capped brood. It looks awesome. Quite a bit on here, which is good sign, great sign. Tons of capped brood. However, that capped brood, that usually happens after about 12 days of the larva, or of the egg getting laid. Is 12 days after that is when the bees actually cap that brood. So it really doesn't tell me too much, other than I know that there's going to be plenty of bees here in a few days. The worker bees, they take 21 days to hatch, so that larva can be anywhere from 12 to 21 days old. So it doesn't tell me much about the status of the queen in the hive. This frame, same thing, whole bunch of pretty much a phenomenal brood pattern, about the best you can get. But once again, both sides are brood, which is great, but at the same time, not exactly what we're looking for today. Here is one of the frames that I had checkerboarded into place. See what this one looks like. I did try to put the camera at a different angle today, give you guys a little bit different view. So we'll see how you like it. If it's better, if it's worse, not sure yet. But essentially this frame is mostly honey. There's a little bit of brood on one side, but it's mostly honey on the other side. So that's probably the end of the brood nest. In the top deep, So we're gonna get moving here, and I will get down into the bottom and see what it looks like down there. Actually, it looks like on this other frame that's to the side here, got a little bit of brood left. Uh, Probably because I checkerboarded this other one in, so I'm gonna pull this one and just take a look real quick. Um, okay, I do have a little bit of brood in here. Looks like it's actually kind of getting crumb and coming out. Oh, all right. Check this out. Here, let me get this in front of the camera so you can see it all right. So on this one, it's actually been a bunch of brood that's actually in the process of hatching. So let me zoom in real quick here. I guess when I get to the video, I can highlight these couple of things for you. But we can actually see some of the baby bees coming out of the brood. So they're actually hatching right now. I can see them coming out. I'll circle them for you. Oh, there's another one up here. Another one. So there's a whole bunch of them that are hatching. This is super cool. This is the first time I've actually seen it on one of my frames. Seen some other videos about it and stuff, but I've never seen that in person. So that was pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that part. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, try something a little bit different this time. I've seen where people can use the top cover of the hive, and that's where they put the deeps or the supers on. When they take them off, they set them on that. So that's something else. I've always been setting it on these benches, these two wood planks that I got set up. I don't really think it makes too much difference, but I've seen people do this, and holy crap, this thing is heavy. That thing has got to be like 100 pounds. I'm not even kidding. It is so full of honey. It's deep. It's heavy, which I guess is a good sign, but man, it makes it kind of hard to move around. And I try not to smash any bees when I do this. Obviously, don't want to kill any if I don't have to. But man, when they get that heavy, it's kind of inevitable. So we're just going to go ahead here. I don't like to be in the bottom box very long, as the bees get a little restless when I'm in the deep bottom box, it sounds like. So we're going to get them moving as fast as possible. And I don't really know why it seems like you're in the bottom box, they always rush up to the top super fast. So I smoke them, and then all of a sudden they're all back up at the top. I don't know if it's because of they're trying to get up to work up through their normal beehive to get up to the supers or to put some honey up there or what, but it's kind of crazy. All right. This is good. This is a good sign. So I've got this frame out right here. Can see some eggs down in there. Can see some larvae. This is exactly what we've been looking for. So let me flip it over, see if I can see the same thing on the other side. Perfect. So sometimes the trick is you got to hold it up into the sun. You can see the eggs a little bit easier. So there is definitely some eggs in here, which that means that there is a queen in here. She is laying. She's not a virgin. I didn't lose my swarm. Or if I did, then they already produced a new queen out of one of those swarm cells that you saw last week. But nonetheless, I saw what I needed to see. This is good news. I did not lose my beehive. Woo! So I'm going to go ahead and get everything put back together here. Get these bees pushed back down. Try to make sure that the frames are all in there evenly spaced so that they build combs straight down like they're supposed to. But you guys have seen this before, so I will sign off here. I am going to get into the other frame tonight, so if I see anything cool in that frame, I will throw it in at the end of this video and show you guys. Alright, I just realized that when we were in hive number 2 and I found the eggs and the larvae, I wasn't able to show you guys that, and I'm in beehive number 1 right now, but I'm in the bottom deep box, and I just came across a frame that's got both of them on there, so I'm going to show you what it looks like real quick. So, here you can see a whole bunch of capped brood, and then if I zoom in here, you can see what the larvae looks like. Those bottom white things, those are the 2 to 6 day old eggs that they've turned into larvae so far. And if I can really zoom in, see if I can hold this steady, you can actually see some eggs way down in the bottom of those combs there. Not sure if you can see it on the camera or not, but I'll try my best. So that is exactly what we wanted to see. Seeing eggs in both hives tells me that both hives have active queens that are laying. The hives are in good shape. Each of them are producing. There's tons of honey in both of them. Hive number 2 is probably doing a little bit better than hive number 1, which could be just because they have a better queen. She's just laying more, or multiple other reasons. Not exactly sure, but either way, both hives have queens. That's what we really care about. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything back together in this one and sign off. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next video.